Well, I've spoke at one of these other conferences before, and I actually was a little bummed because they had a picture of a before and after of me last time. And, we get those little time hop things on, our social media. Well, my time hop popped up a couple months ago, and it was my 1 year from having BioT. And it was crazy because I think a lot of people start off with, let's start with some vitamins, let's start working out, let's go get some protein shakes, let's work on, being on some diet, whether it's low carb, high carb, keto, you name it. And we do all of these other things, but we're never really actually filling the holes of our bucket. And so when I met Dr. Seacrest, I had heard about hormones. I'd tried a route that wasn't super effective, but I felt like I was kind of getting in where I needed to be. And then ended up meeting Dr. Seacrest by a referral, came in, I said, this is what's going on. And he said, I have an answer for you. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. And it's really scary. It's a little bit scary to get your first pellet. I think there's that thought of what if? What if it doesn't work? Well, you can keep what ifing, but you spend a lot of money trying vitamins, not that vitamins aren't helpful, trying different diets, trying different products, pulling different things off of the shelf. And the thing for me was I was working out. And I worked out every single day. I lifted heavy weights. I did my cardio. I worked with a trainer. I tracked my macros. So if there was somebody who was already doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, limiting my alcohol intake, drinking a gallon of water a day, I was that. I was the poster child, okay? And I still wasn't getting the results I wanted. Not only was I not getting the results I wanted from the gym aspect, I was exhausted. My allergies were all over the place. I had chronic sinus infections and ear infections to the point where I was getting a steroid shot at least once a quarter, long and short acting. I was on 2 different antihistamines. I was on a steroid nasal spray. And that doesn't include all of the other things that does. So, not that mental health obviously is a very real thing, because it is real. But when you're also doing other things that makes your mental health worse, it continues to build on itself. And so for me, once I started the pellets, not having to be at the doctor all the time, not having my sinuses bothering me all the time, being able to actually get a good night's sleep, all of these things started changing. And it's funny because I do talk to a lot of people about BioT. I work around a lot of people, and they'll say certain things, and I'm just like, okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Well, when was the last time you got your blood drawn? People don't think about that, but they're really quick to just take a pill. And there's nothing wrong with taking a pill, but if you're blindly taking something when you don't actually know where your levels are, that does not make any sense to me. Because you're starting from where? From what? You're starting from nothing. So at least if you get your blood work, you know where you're starting from, and then you can move on from there. And it is like you said, it does take a little bit of time to get your levels adjusted. But on that note, even if you're not where you want to be in 1 or 2 months, you will start to feel better in 1 or 2 months. So you will continue to get to where you need to be, even if that process takes a little bit of time.
I'll show your pictures if you want to see that. You had them up here earlier.
Yeah, so these are my pictures, and I kind of like this because not only do I look completely different, right? I do hair, so I change my hair color a lot. But that's something that I literally worked out all the time. I seriously could never lose any of my abdominal. I couldn't shred out. My shoulders, I couldn't build any shoulder muscles, and I was exhausted. So when I tell you exhausted, I mean I would work out, and I would be so tired that the next day I would be like, I just don't want to work out, and I would force myself to work out. And people are like, oh, well, you're fine, you're thin. Being thin doesn't mean you're healthy. That's not always necessarily how it works. And I'm a mom, and I have kids, and I have a very severely disabled child. And the best thing you can do for yourself is take care of yourself, because nobody else is going to take care of you. And you can continue to keep putting out fires for everybody else, but until you start taking care of yourself, you really can't take care of those around you. And that was really the turning point for me was, you know, I have to take care of me, because if I can't take care of me, I can't take care of my kids. So,
Thank you very much.
very
Congratulations
welcome.
on your success.
thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want to personal train, she's good at it.
Yeah.